of the world, now I'm living. And the good just gets better, keeps on giving. Not even close to the end, it's just beginning. Life is getting lighter while the days are getting brighter, yeah.
Hey, it's Ann Perry. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today we're going to be talking about what does your house number mean? Those numbers on the side of your house, they mean something and they actually create a vibration that will influence you in your home. So do you know how your house number or your apartment number is affecting you? Well, this is a very short video. I'm going to actually be explaining just a few house numbers for you, and then you'll be able to go to my website and get more information beyond that. So stay tuned for the information on how to figure out what your house number is and how it is affecting you potentially right now. All right, so what does your house number mean? Well, house numbers are similar to life path numbers. They're a breed all by themselves, right? So numbers on a house create a vibration, and the vibration will create a feeling for that house, okay? So some numbers are just better suited for business, and others are just better suited for home and family, and some are better suited for being quiet and reclusive. There's a different vibration to each number. So as we look at this number 403, we know that 4 plus 0 plus 3 adds to 7, and that would be the vibration for that particular house. So how do you actually calculate your house number? So there's a lot of information on the internet there that might be a little bit misleading. So let me demystify that for you, because that's what I do. So you're just going to use the house number. You don't include the street in this particular case. You're going to add up all of the numbers and reduce them to a single digit or a master number. So if you live in an apartment, use the apartment number rather than the building number. So if, for example, your apartment number is 7B, we have to look at the energy of the 7, but we also have to look at the energy associated with the letter B. So I've placed in here the Pythagorean chart for you. So you can see that the letter B vibrates at the energy of the 2. So we're going to take 7 plus 2. So we know that this particular apartment number, 7B, vibrates at the energy of the number 9. Now here's something interesting. I've actually had real estate agents contact me and ask me to help them figure out the right number to be able to sell a home for. So the first thing I'm going to ask them is, well, who are you trying to attract, right? Who's the right buyer for this particular house? So if they're looking for somebody who is, business oriented and whatnot, I might be inclined to suggest an 8 vibration would be a good vibration. If it's somebody that's wants to have their family in that house and they want a real homey, comfortable kind of environment, maybe a 6 energy would be good. So how do you change the numbers when you already have a number on your house? Let's say you want to attract business, but you've actually got a 2 for the number on your house, right? So the 2 isn't necessarily going to be conducive to business. So what do you do about that? What you do is you take down, this is going to sound really flaky, but I'm telling you it works. You're going to take a piece of paper and you're going to write down an additional number that will allow the existing number on the house to add up to whatever energy you wanted it to add up to. So for example, if the number on the house was 101, we know that 1 plus 0 plus 1 equals 2, but 2 is not going to be very good for a business, so we're going to add another 6 to that, all right? So we're going to write down the number 6 on a piece of paper, fold that piece of paper up, and tuck it in behind the house number. Don't ask me how this works. I don't know how it works. I just know it does work, and I've had all kinds of people. Recently I had a friend who sold $1 million condominium, right? $1 million condo. It was a penthouse, right? And she had a hard time getting it sold. So not only did we crunch the numbers on the actual unit itself, but we also crunched the numbers on the value of the house as well. So she successfully got it sold. So it was awesome. Another one recently in my own community, a real estate agent came to me and said, it's just not selling. It's not selling. I suggested a number that they change it to. Bam, it was sold. So I don't know how this works, guys. I'm just sharing the information with you and hoping that you can make it work for you. So let's take a look at a few numbers specifically. So we're going to look at the pros and the cons of each one of these numbers. So the house number 1, pros behind a house number 1. Remember, the number 1 energy is always about independence and creativity. So goes the number 4, a house number. So it supports creativity. It supports independence, determination, drive, and leadership. What it doesn't support is teamwork. Okay, so if teamwork is something that's really important to you, the 1 energies might be a little bit difficult for you to work in. So it can feel a little bit isolating as well, because it does, if you're somebody who really needs to have one-on-one relationships going on and partnerships and that sort of thing, not always the best number for it. So you may want to adjust the number on the house if that be the case. Let's take a look at the number 2, house number 2. So this is a quiet energy, very cooperative in nature. It's all about companionship. It's very sentimental. It's very sensitive. It's a very comfortable home where it's going to be very, very quiet. Okay, so it's not going to be well suited to somebody who really likes the limelight, who really likes to shake things up, make things different, let's get going kind of thing. It's not that at all. It's a very quiet, maybe like a bed and breakfast kind of a place. Might be good for this. If you had an acupuncture clinic or possibly a massage clinic, things like that. Very comfortable, quiet, reserved kind of an energy. It's going to be very difficult for anyone who's very independent, okay, because this can also be a very overly sensitive energy as well. So the 1 has a tendency not to be quite so sensitive. They're kind of, the 1 is all about themselves, and the 1 likes to get things done and doesn't want to have to deal with a whole bunch of sensitivity. So a 2 energy for someone who is, for example, a 1 life path number might be a difficult match. Let's take a look at the number 3. So when we look at the 3, we know that when we look at the 3 is always about the social side of life. Okay, so this is going to be a busy social hub. There's going to be lots of coming and going, lots of people coming and going. Creative energy, great for self-expression, really good for anyone in the arts, anything to do with writing or communicating, music, excellent, just a really good energy for that. The cons can be that this can be a very scattered kind of an energy. It can be a little too busy an environment for some people. Not too much downtime. There's always something going on. It might be a very disorganized house. Could be, this would be a nightmare for someone who's a 4 energy, because 4 is like everything organized. But the 3 energy is an energy that kind of likes to just throw stuff on the counter and just keep on going. You know the kind. We've all been there. So it's kind of chaotic at times. If you have children, it's going to be the landing place, right? All the kids are going to land at your place because that's just where they want to be, right? Very little structure, not too many rules, kind of fun, and that's where everybody's going to want to escape to. Okay, so that is it. So that is house numbers defined. So for a complete list of all of the house number definitions, you want to check out my resources page on my website at www.anneperrynumerologist.com. I would love it if you would follow me on Facebook. I have a really active Facebook page. And remember to subscribe to my channel. I would love to see your comments. And if you've got any questions, by all means, post them down below. I will be sure to get back to you and answer them for you. Hoping you have a great day. Thanks so much, everybody. Take care for now. Bye-bye.